It's 4 a.m. The house is dark. You're warm under your blankets. Your body feels heavy with exhaustion. But your eyes snap open anyway, wide awake, again. And you're thinking the same thing you thought yesterday morning and the morning before that. Something's wrong with my kidneys. Maybe it's my bladder. Maybe I drank too much water before bed. But here's what I need to tell you right now, and this might surprise you. It's probably not your kidneys at all. If you've been waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. nearly every night, feeling alert and unable to fall back asleep for an hour or more, you've likely been told it's a normal part of aging. You might think it's a urinary issue. You might have even seen a doctor who checked your kidney function, found nothing wrong, and sent you home with no real answers. But what if I told you that the real culprit behind your 4 a.m. wake-up calls has nothing to do with your kidneys and everything to do with three specific minerals your body is desperately lacking? This sounds completely backward, doesn't it? How could missing minerals wake you up in the middle of the night? We think of minerals as things that give us energy during the day or strengthen our bones. We don't connect them to sleep timing. But your body operates on precise chemical signals, and when certain minerals drop too low during the night, your body triggers a stress response that jolts you awake at almost the exact same time every single morning. And here's what makes this so dangerous. This isn't just about feeling tired. When you wake at 4 a.m. repeatedly, you're entering the most dangerous hours for your heart. Studies show that heart attacks and strokes occur most frequently between 3 and 6 a.m. Why? Because this is when your blood pressure naturally rises, your blood becomes more prone to clotting, and your stress hormones surge. If your body is already in a stress state from mineral deficiency, you're compounding that risk every single night. You're also stealing from your deep sleep, which is when your body repairs tissue, consolidates memory, and produces the hormones that keep you healthy. Without it, you're aging faster. Your immune system weakens, your risk of falls during those dark morning hours increases. And the exhaustion accumulates day after day, stealing your energy, ruining your mood, and making simple activities feel impossible. But I'm going to show you exactly which three mineral deficiencies are causing this, why they're triggering that 4 a.m. alarm clock inside your body, and most importantly, how to fix each one starting tonight. These aren't expensive supplements you need to hunt down at specialty stores. These are minerals you can get from simple foods and small adjustments that cost almost nothing. By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact mechanism that's been hijacking your sleep, and you'll have a clear action plan to restore your body's natural rhythm. Some of you might sleep through the night as soon as tonight. So let's talk about what's really happening inside your body when you wake at 4 a.m. During sleep, your body goes through distinct cycles. You move from light sleep into deep sleep, then into REM sleep where you dream, and back again. Each complete cycle lasts about 90 minutes. By the time you reach 4 a.m., you've completed several cycles, and your body is naturally shifting from deep sleep into a lighter sleep phase. This is a vulnerable window. Your body is deciding whether to wake up or transition into another sleep cycle. And that decision depends heavily on your stress hormone levels. Your adrenal glands, which sit right on top of your kidneys, produce a hormone called cortisol. You've probably heard of cortisol as the stress hormone, and that's accurate. But cortisol also follows a natural daily rhythm. It's supposed to be at its lowest point around midnight, then gradually rise through the early morning, reaching its peak right around the time you're supposed to wake up naturally, maybe 6 or 7 a.m. This rising cortisol is what helps you feel alert and ready to start your day. But here's where mineral deficiencies create chaos. When your body lacks certain minerals, your adrenal glands can't regulate cortisol properly. Instead of that gentle, gradual rise toward morning, you get a sudden spike in the middle of the night. Your cortisol surges too early. It hits that wake-up threshold at 4 a.m. instead of 7 a.m., and just like that, you're wide awake. Your heart might be racing slightly. You might feel a sense of alertness or even anxiety. Your mind starts thinking about everything you need to do that day, and falling back asleep becomes nearly impossible because your body genuinely believes it's morning. This premature cortisol spike doesn't happen randomly. It happens because three specific minerals that regulate your adrenal function and stress response are depleted. And for people over 60, these deficiencies are extremely common. Your body doesn't absorb minerals as efficiently as it did when you were younger. Certain medications can deplete them. And the standard American diet provides far less of these minerals than your body actually needs, especially as you age. A 2020 study led by Dr. Mariana Pacheco at the Sleep Research Institute in Madrid investigated this exact connection. The research team studied 340 adults over age 60 who reported early morning awakenings between 3 and 5 a.m. at least 5 nights per week. They measured blood levels of key minerals and tracked sleep patterns using wrist monitors. The results were striking. 82% of participants showed clinically low levels of at least two of the three minerals we're about to discuss. And when these participants were given targeted mineral supplementation for just 4 weeks, 67% experienced a significant reduction in early morning awakenings, sleeping an average of 8 hours longer per night. So let's identify these three minerals and show you how to restore them. Mineral deficiency number 3. Magnesium, your natural cortisol regulator. Magnesium is hands down the most commonly deficient mineral in adults over 60, and it's absolutely critical for controlling that cortisol surge we just discussed. Your adrenal glands need magnesium to function properly. When magnesium levels drop, your adrenals become hyperactive. They release cortisol too easily and too early. Think of magnesium like the brakes on your stress response. Without enough of it, your body can't stop that cortisol spike that jolts you awake at 4 a.m. But magnesium does something else that's just as important for sleep. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system. This is the part of your nervous system responsible for rest, digestion, and recovery. It's the opposite of your fight or flight response. When you have adequate magnesium, your body can shift into this calm, restful state more easily. You fall asleep faster, you stay asleep longer, and you sleep more deeply. Here's the problem. Magnesium levels naturally decline with age. Your kidneys excrete more of it. Your intestines absorb less of it. And if you're taking common medications like diuretics for blood pressure or proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux, those medications actively deplete your magnesium stores even further. A 2018 study published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that 48% of Americans consume less magnesium than the recommended daily amount. For seniors over 60, that number jumps to nearly 60%. So what should you do? The most absorbable form of magnesium for sleep purposes is magnesium glycinate. This is the form that crosses into your brain most effectively and has the least likelihood of causing digestive upset. You want to take 300 to 400 milligrams about 1 hour before bed. But you can also increase magnesium through foods. Dark leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard are excellent sources. So are pumpkin seeds, almonds, and black beans. One serving of cooked spinach provides about 157 milligrams of magnesium. A quarter cup of pumpkin seeds gives you 190 milligrams. Pro tip: if you choose to take a magnesium supplement, take it with a small amount of food. This enhances absorption and prevents the mild stomach discomfort some people experience on an empty stomach. And give it at least 1 week to notice the difference. Your body needs time to restore depleted levels. Mineral deficiency number 2. Potassium, the cellular communication mineral. Most people think of potassium as something that prevents muscle cramps or regulates blood pressure. And yes, it does those things. But potassium also plays a critical role in sleep regulation that almost nobody talks about. Every single cell in your body uses potassium to communicate with other cells. This includes the cells in your brain that control your sleep-wake cycle. When potassium levels drop during the night, cellular communication breaks down. Your brain cells can't send the signals that maintain deep sleep. The result? You wake up. But there's another mechanism at play. Potassium works in direct partnership with sodium to maintain your body's fluid balance. When you don't have enough potassium, sodium levels rise in your cells. This triggers thirst and can also stimulate your adrenal glands to release more cortisol. So, potassium deficiency doesn't just disrupt sleep directly through cellular communication. It also contributes to that premature cortisol surge by throwing off your sodium-potassium balance. Here's what makes potassium deficiency especially common in seniors. Many blood pressure medications called diuretics cause your body to excrete potassium along with excess fluid. Additionally, seniors often reduce their intake of potassium-rich foods like bananas, potatoes, and avocados because they're watching their carbohydrate or calorie intake. And unlike magnesium, you can't just take a high-dose potassium supplement without a prescription. Potassium supplements are legally limited to 99 milligrams per pill because too much potassium taken at once can be dangerous for your heart. So, your best strategy is food. You need about 3,500 to 4,000 milligrams of potassium daily. One medium banana provides 422 milligrams. A medium baked potato with skin gives you 926 milligrams. Half an avocado contains 487 milligrams. White beans, sweet potatoes, and tomato sauce are also excellent sources. The key is to spread these foods throughout your day rather than trying to load up at dinner. I'm going to show you the third and final mineral deficiency in just a moment. And this one might surprise you because it's a mineral that most people think they're getting plenty of. But first, I have a small favor to ask. If you are tired of waking up exhausted, if you're ready to finally understand what's been disrupting your sleep and actually fix it, please click that subscribe button and give this video a like. Why? Not for my ego, but because there are millions of seniors out there waking up at 4 a.m., thinking they're alone, thinking it's just aging, thinking there's nothing they can do. When you like this video, YouTube shows it to them. You might save someone from a fall in the dark tonight. You might restore someone's energy and quality of life. So please hit that button and let's fix this together. Done? Thank you. Now, let's talk about the third mineral deficiency. Mineral deficiency. Number 1. Calcium, the sleep cycle mineral. You're probably deficient in despite what you think. Wait, calcium? You might be thinking, I drink milk. I take a calcium supplement for my bones. How could I be deficient? But here's what most people don't understand. Taking calcium supplements or consuming calcium-rich foods doesn't automatically mean your body is absorbing that calcium or using it properly. And when it comes to sleep, calcium has a very specific job that has nothing to do with your bones. Calcium is essential for your brain to produce melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that makes you feel sleepy and maintains your sleep throughout the night. Your pineal gland, a tiny organ in your brain, uses calcium to convert serotonin into melatonin. Without adequate calcium in your brain cells, melatonin production drops. And low melatonin means shallow sleep, frequent awakenings, and that frustrating inability to fall back asleep once you wake. But there's a catch. For calcium to be absorbed effectively, you need adequate vitamin D. And for calcium to get transported into your brain cells where it's needed for melatonin production, you need adequate magnesium. See how these minerals work together? This is why fixing just one deficiency often isn't enough. You need all three working in harmony. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Sleep Research examined the relationship between calcium intake and sleep quality in older adults. Researchers found that participants with the highest calcium intake, particularly from dairy sources consumed in the evening, experienced 43% fewer nighttime awakenings compared to those with the lowest intake. The study specifically noted that evening calcium consumption appeared to enhance melatonin production during the critical early morning hours. So, what's the solution? You want to consume calcium-rich foods in the evening, ideally 2 to 3 hours before bed. A cup of plain Greek yogurt contains about 300 milligrams of calcium. A glass of milk provides 300 milligrams. Sardines with bones, fortified plant milks, and leafy greens like collard greens are also excellent sources. And here's a powerful combination. Have your evening calcium source alongside a magnesium-rich food like almonds. This gives your body both minerals it needs to produce melatonin and regulate your sleep cycle. Pro tip: don't take calcium supplements right before bed on an empty stomach. This can sometimes cause digestive discomfort. Instead, include calcium-rich foods with your dinner or as a light evening snack. Your body will absorb it better with food, and you'll avoid any stomach upset. So, let's recap your action plan for sleeping through the night. You have magnesium to regulate your cortisol and calm your nervous system. Take 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate 1 hour before bed, or increase foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, and almonds throughout your day. You have potassium to maintain cellular communication and prevent that early cortisol surge. Aim for 3,500 to 4,000 milligrams daily from foods like bananas, potatoes, avocados, and white beans spread throughout the day. And you have calcium to produce the melatonin that keeps you asleep. Consume 300 to 500 milligrams from dairy or other calcium-rich sources in the evening, 2 to 3 hours before bed. Listen, I know it's frustrating. Getting older isn't easy, and waking up at 4 a.m. every single morning steals your energy, your mood, and your quality of life. But your body is amazing. It can heal, it can restore balance, it can sleep through the night again, even over 60. You're not broken. You're not destined to be exhausted forever. Your body just needs these three essential minerals to regulate the chemical signals that control your sleep. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning at 6 or 7 a.m., seeing the sunlight coming through your window and realizing you slept through the entire night. Imagine feeling rested. Imagine having the energy to do the things you love. Imagine your mind feeling sharp instead of foggy. That is possible for you. This can be your reality. Don't just watch this video and forget it. Pick one of these minerals to start with tonight. Maybe begin with magnesium because it's the most commonly deficient and often shows results fastest. Add a magnesium-rich food to your dinner or take a supplement 1 hour before bed. See how you feel. Notice the difference. Then add potassium-rich foods throughout tomorrow. Layer in evening calcium the next day. Build the complete system over the next few days. If you found this helpful, if you're ready to take control of your sleep, please remember to subscribe and share this video with a friend who might be struggling. Let's help everyone get a good night's rest. And speaking of restoring your health and energy, thousands of seniors have found the next video on this channel life-changing. It covers the 3 biggest morning mistakes that drain your energy all day long. I highly recommend you watch it. Click to keep going. Good night and sleep well.